The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Get ready.
All right, now, blue 30.
Go.
50.
Go. 31's the mic.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Black 30.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
White 80.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger, and he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Jack 16.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Roethlisberger will throw, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? the back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. That maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Hey, watch the ball. Check 13.
Wait.
On 2nd and inches, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Ready. Blue 80.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
3 down.
Ready. Black 25.
98's the mic.
Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Running right, Jones. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Ready. Black 22.
See you, boy. I see you.
Wait. Sonic. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there.
Hey, 5 on the 50.
They'll go with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, it's Samuels. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Here we go.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll run again with Samuels on first down. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Jack 16.
Big hit.
8.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the
He's got a man, complete. And give him a gain of 37. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Check. Crunch.
The tackle there by Mark Barron.
Your trip ends here, baby. Your trip ends here.
Ready?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Ready? White 25.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Airing this one out for Evans. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 42 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Watch the left. Watch the left. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas. The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set! 180! Alert, alert!
Check, 43. Y'all not ready?
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Complete to Washington. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oh, yeah.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And he fires one, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he finds McDonald. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Check.
Checkers, 66.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
He's checking Krabs. Out.
Monday. Easy. Black, what's that?
Ben to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Let's get off the field, D.
Switch.
Watch the edge.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And down inside the 15 he goes.
We got this.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Check. Watch 54. You ain't going.
No foul.
Slam.
Black and turn.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, that's the second time in this opening drive alone that he's dropped a pass. We know that can't continue, but they got to determine what it's about. Is he just super amped for the game and maybe he'll settle in, or is his focus just not there?
Topper!
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 50.
Now Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington there to make the grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Let's go.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Go to 54, go to 54, 180.
Here we go. Orbit.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
98. 98's the mic. Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, Elliott.
Kill.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Watch 98. 98's the mic.
He runs.
26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
43.
These 2.
Boys, 43. Check. 43.
Alert.
Rip right. 43's the mic.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Get out of here, baby.
Elliott running right. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
198. Watch 98.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
98's the mic.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
198. Watch 98.
Hey, 47.
Check.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 26.
Now Prescott on fourth down. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Check 3. Check 61. Match box. Right. Come. Alert flare.
26.
Here's Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Here we go, 47.
Blue draw Concord. Check.
There we go, going to 53. 26.
Throwing on second and 8. Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Here we go, 180. Here we go, 47.
I got him.
Hey, switch gears. High seven. 198. Watch 98.
26.
First down, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Here we go.
Shift.
26.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Check.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott.
Go.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Hey, kill.
Now Prescott. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Watch safety creep. Watch it.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
Safety's creeping. Watch the safety creep.
Check 43.
Sponge. No.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
That's right.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Watch 98.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with Samuels. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Nice
hit, boy.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Snickers, you got to spin. Hey.
Motion.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels.
Motion, man.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's where you belong.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get that one complete to Connor.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Back now in Pittsburgh. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Watch the flat motion, pop. Shift.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
218, chopper.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
Snickers.
Safe, safe, safe.
50.
Check 37.
Focus, focus.
37.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Whip, 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 whip.
Double bump.
Watch the whip.
Slack, what's that?
First carry for James Conner. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Black 5.
The mic, boys. 43. Check.
Easy, easy.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Bang, 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 bang.
Swirl.
43 is the mic.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. Samuels, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
That. Blue 30.
Right there. 54 mic. I got it. Switch.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check 99.
Takes both of them.
This is Samuels. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
You go night-night. Go night-night.
Snickers. 66.
Check 24. Watch 24.
Check 3. Check 3.
Heat these 2.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
It's our time. It's our time. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Watch that. Watch that. Watch that.
Alert, alert. Big, big.
Watch twist. Hatchet.
These 2.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And Boswell's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
We played to win. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Alert
We're going to 54. Why ain't it?
Check. Check.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Let's go!
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.